So you're a professional looking to build a career in South Korea, but you've realized it's a completely different ball game. Well, you're in the right place. In this explainer, we are going to distill all the essential strategies you need into a clear roadmap for success. Let's get right into it.
This is the big question, isn't it? For so many talented people, it feels like this massive locked door. You know you've got the skills, you've got the drive, but figuring out the cultural rules and what Korean companies are really looking for, that's the hard part. But here's the good news. There is a key, and today we're going to show you exactly how to use it.
We're going to break this down into 4 key parts. First, we'll get into the all-important spec culture. Then we'll assemble your essential toolkit as a foreigner. After that, we'll talk about building a winning profile. And finally, we'll cover how to absolutely ace that application and interview.
Okay, first things first. To win any game, you have to know the rules. And in the Korean job market, the unwritten rule book is all about something called spec culture. Getting your head around this is, and I mean this, absolutely fundamental to your success. So what on earth is spec? Well, it's short for specification, but it's so much more than just a list of your skills. You have to think of it as a kind of social guarantee. It's your way of proving to a Korean company that you are a diligent, prepared person who is ready to fit in and contribute from day one. It's about showing you've done the work.
And here's what that has traditionally looked like. These are the 8 classic pillars that Korean university students build their entire lives around. Everything from the name of their university and their GPA to internships and volunteer work. Now, the game is changing a bit, with more focus on practical skills. But believe me, these elements still form the bedrock of a competitive application.
All right, let's move on. That's the general landscape. But what about you, as a non-Korean applicant? Now we're talking about the absolute non-negotiable tools you have to have in your kit before you even think about seriously applying to corporate jobs here.
This 3-step foundation is everything. Number 1, master the language. And I don't just mean for ordering coffee. You need professional-level fluency, which means aiming for topic level 5 or 6. Number 2, complete the KIIP social integration program. This signals a huge commitment to employers and, just as importantly, to immigration. And finally, number 3, you need a clear visa strategy. Aiming for the E-7 professional visa shows them you're a serious, long-term investment. And if you need any more convincing about why language is number 1, just look at this table. It lays it all out. Your topic level literally unlocks different tiers of jobs. Sure, level 4 might get your foot in the door at a smaller company, but if you're aiming for the big leagues, Samsung, Naver, the public sector, you absolutely need a level 6. It proves you can operate at the highest professional level in Korean. Okay, so once you've got that solid foundation, it's time to get to work building your profile. This is the active part. It's about going beyond the basics and strategically showing companies what you're worth with real, practical, job-ready skills. Certificates are a key part of your spec, but you have to be smart about it. For example, if you're in business, a COMWAL certificate, which covers things like Excel, is pretty much essential. For IT folks, a license like the information processing engineer is not only what companies want, but it gives you a massive leg up in your visa application. They have to be relevant. And beyond the paper certificates, top candidates today are focusing on these 3 things. First, internships. Your goal is to become what they call an experienced rookie, a new graduate who already has real-world experience. Second, digital tools. All the big companies, Naver, Samsung, they live on Slack, Jira, and Notion. Knowing these makes you instantly useful. And third, get on LinkedIn. A sharp, bilingual profile is your direct line to recruiters.
All right, you've built this amazing profile. Now for the final stage, actually selling it. This is where cultural nuance is everything. From the way you write your resume to how you answer a simple question in an interview, it all matters.
I want you to really let this sink in, because it might be the single most important mindset shift you'll make. Korean companies value the team, the group, above all else. Your application can't just be a brag sheet of your achievements. It needs to tell a story about how your skills will help the team win. So that leads us right into the interview room. You've prepared your answers, you know your stuff, but it's not just about what you say, it's about the attitude you project. So what is the specific vibe that's going to win over a Korean hiring manager? This right here is the critical difference. That direct, I'm the best style on the left, it might work in some cultures, but in Korea, it can easily come across as arrogant. What you're aiming for is on the right, humble confidence. You show that you know your strengths, but you frame them in the context of being eager to learn and wanting to contribute to the company's goals. It's confidence without the ego. Now here's a pro-level tip that will make you sound incredibly polished.
using cushion words. Instead of just jumping into an answer, you soften it with a respectful opener. Using a phrase like, regarding the point you just made, shows you were listening carefully and you respect the interviewer. It's a small thing that makes a huge difference.
And remember, the interview starts the moment they see you. Your nonverbal communication is huge. Sit up straight and be attentive. Make eye contact to show you're confident, but soften it with a slight smile so you seem approachable. All of this signals that you're respectful, you're engaged, and you're ready to be a part of their team.
So there you have it. We've laid out the entire map, from understanding the culture all the way to acing the interview. You have the strategies, you know the rules of the game, so the only real question left is, what amazing story is your profile going to tell?